There's a lot of stuff I want to talk about, or a few things really. The Conjuring universe, Friday the 13th, Hellraiser. Let's get into it.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative.
I'm just gonna bash your brains.
Feel the rosy air.
Groovy.
First things first, we're talking about the return to the Conjuring universe. I'm surprised that they're actually doing a sequel to The Nun. No offense, to the actors involved. Taissa Farmiga, I'm a fan of hers. I enjoyed, her work in the American Horror Story series, and then of course Bonnie Aarons, who's playing Valak, the demon. She's terrifying in the role, truly terrifying. The villain of The Nun in general, Valak the demon, is striking. She's scary. She's scary as shit. But dude, and I like the Conjuring universe. I love the first film, the second one. I even like The Devil Made Me Do It. And some of the Annabelle movies. I don't think there's any movie in the Conjuring universe that I strongly dislike. With The Nun, I had a really hard time finishing it in general. The first 2 times I tried watching it, I fell asleep. And I'm not someone who falls asleep during movies, usually. Especially not scary movies. So, that's a little iffy there. That being said, though, Bonnie Aarons is reprising her role as the nun, as well as Taissa Farmiga. She's returning as well to play Sister Irene. The synopsis is, in 1956 France, a priest is murdered, evil is spreading. The sequel to the worldwide smash hit, The Nun, follows Sister Irene as she once again comes face to face with the demonic force Valak. Regardless, I'll give it a shot. I'm not particularly looking forward to it, but I'm not looking forward to it, I suppose. I'll definitely watch it. It's going to come out September 8th of next year. And, I think another installment in the Conjuring universe is kind of always welcome. Maybe they're kind of milking that cow, but, we'll see. Moving on to something I'm a little bit more, stoked on is Hellraiser. A couple days ago, they released the first, little itty-bitty teaser for the new Hellraiser movie on Hulu. It's kind of a weird choice, but, with how much I actually enjoyed Prey, not that, it's none of the same people are involved, but I think I have more faith in something releasing on Hulu now. When it comes to, being just a film in general being released on Hulu. They've done some good stuff. So we finally get our first shot of Jamie Clayton, kind of like our first shot. It's a super small tease. You just kind of see, the outline of her, and it's what you think Pinhead looks like. It's kind of how you picture Pinhead, except for a little more feminine, and that's cool, because that's kind of how that Cenobite was described in Clive Barker's novella anyways. I know a lot of people, just can't get over the idea of not having Doug Bradley. The dude's old now. He's not coming back. He's never going to come back and play Pinhead in a Hellraiser film. I don't think that is ever going to happen. And to try to capture what he did with the role is just, silly. You don't want to try to do that. You don't want to try to capture what Doug Bradley did, because that is something that cannot be recreated. That is something special. And those first few films, even though quality drops a little bit as they go, his performances are awesome. I love him as Pinhead. Those movies they hold a special place in my heart. I love the Hellraiser movies, specifically the ones with Doug Bradley. But in the novella, people need to get over this whole Pinhead as a female thing. In the novella, the one with all the pins in its head was more feminine anyways. They're all kind of androgynous or whatever, but the Pinhead one was more female anyhow. It had a female voice, or a feminine voice, a feminine figure. It was depicted more feminine than it was masculine. Even the pins in the head, had jewels and shit at the end of them. It was depicted to be more feminine. And so, shit, dude, if they did that for this movie, Jamie Clayton has all these fucking pins in her head with little jewels and crystals and shit at the end, I'd be down with that. That'd be fucking cool. It doesn't look necessarily like that. You know, you can't really tell with the image, but it just looks like it's probably just pins and nails, whatever. But I'm personally excited. It's supposed to be, what do they say, like, loyal, or, you know, loyal to Clive Barker's, like, vision, but, you know, kind of like an evolution or whatever. And that's cool. I'm up for that. Anything with more Hellraiser at this point has me psyched. I'm ready to take that step. These last movies that have come out, you know, with, I'm not even sure who the actor is that plays Pinhead in them. I actually have not watched them. I tried to watch one, never finished it. I don't think I'll go back and watch those, unless maybe in the future I do like a ranking of the whole series. Then I'll have to watch those, but I have not watched them on my own accord. And I don't know if I see that happening. But I'm pretty psyched for this. It obviously got an R rating for, like, super gnarly violence and nudity and just all sorts of graphic shit, as it should be with Clive Barker's Hellraiser. He's producing this one. There's also that HBO Hellraiser series that's coming out that Clive Barker is also, like, executive producing or whatever. That's interesting. 2 different projects. Probably going to be 2 totally different stories. So I don't know how that's going to work out. Who really gives a shit, I guess. We'll see more Hellraiser regardless. But that's something I'm really looking forward to. I think a retelling of that story is something that's fun, that can be really fun, and I'm psyched. I'm psyched to see how that goes. And finally, yes, there's a little bit, I mean, maybe a little bit more movement on the Friday the 13th front. This is like a really weird way to get any sort of news about this, but I mean, I'll take it. I'll take anything I can get when it comes to Jason Voorhees. So Sean S. Cunningham had, you know, he has a Cameo account or whatever, and his bio literally, you know, says Sean S. Cunningham directed and produced the seminal horror film Friday the 13th, creating the iconic villain Jason Voorhees. The movie has spawned 12 installments, with a 13th scheduled for next year. What? Since the fuck when, though? I mean, is this just him being like cheeky or something, or is this something that's actually going to happen? Like, it's anybody's guess at this point, but this gets me really excited, because what if behind the curtain, what if they've kind of figured this shit out? You know, with the rights being split between Victor Miller and Sean Cunningham, it's so messy. You know, one has the right to the name, one has the right to foreign or like international fucking distribution. One has the right to the character. One has the right to like the looks. It's I don't know. It's so fucking irritating and absurd. What they need to do is just fuck and get it over with and make some fucking money, dude. If you give us a Friday the 13th film with Jason Voorhees slashing up a bunch of fucking kids or teenagers, whatever, or anybody really, I don't give a shit, it's gonna make money. 2009, dude. 2009 is when the last Friday the 13th movie came out. It gets shit on a lot. Yeah, I loved it. Regardless, doesn't matter. I pretty much love every movie in that franchise. I don't care. I love Jason Goes to Hell. Actually, the only ones I don't particularly love is Jason X, but I still have a soft spot for it in general just because it's campy and fun. Jason Goes to Hell is fun. That's beside the point. Another film, a 13th film, if that's really gonna happen next year, dude, that gets me so excited. Right in the pants. So psyched. I mean, nobody knows how long he's even had this in his bio or whatever. It's just recently, you know, has been stumbled upon. And so that's the thing, is this recent? Has he had this like this? Nobody really knows. Does it really mean anything? We don't know. But now a lot of attention is being brought to it, and so we get to play the fucking waiting game and see. And there's so much they could do with Jason. I mean, you can keep it simple and just keep him at the summer camp and have these fucking counselors show up to get ready for the kids for summer, and Jason comes in and he fucking fucks them all up one by one. Awesome. That's fine. Or you can do something like full-blown in the middle of summer camp. Like, if you include children characters and shit, that could be interesting. I don't know if they'd ever go that far, but that'd be nuts. I don't know. I don't make movies. So I'm not really the one to say what they should do, but they should just do it. They should do something. Do anything. They don't have to, you know, be that... They don't have to try to be that different. I mean, each film has really been pretty different. I mean, Friday the 13th... Each film in that franchise has done something different. I mean, you have to give it to them. They're not the same fucking thing over and over and over again. I mean, at its core, yeah. But, you know, the films each really do their own thing, and that's... You have to respect that. And the thing I wonder, you know, when they do inevitably go through with this, you know, new Friday the 13th film, are they going to give it, you know, the Halloween 2018 treatment? Are we going to get a direct sequel to Friday the 13th from 1980? I kind of hope not. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, it'll work, I guess. It's fine. But I kind of just want them to kind of go full force into a full-blown reboot. I mean, you can skip the Pamela Voorhees shit. I mean, I love Pamela Voorhees. Fuck, dude, if it was up to me, I would do another Pamela Voorhees movie and lead it strong into a Jason-led film. That's just me. But that's totally what I would do, because then if you have the whole fucking plan for that from the get-go, you could just really fucking lead into that strong and just craft it. It would be fucking... I mean, for me, I would really enjoy that. But not a lot of people want to see fucking Mrs. Voorhees doing her thing. I'm a big Mrs. Voorhees fan. I would be all for it. But that's probably never going to happen. So, just go with the full-blown reboot. You know, I really like the way 2009's did it. You know, they did like a little beginning thing that kind of did that. I don't know. They don't have to do that at all. Everybody knows the fucking story by now. And if they don't, it doesn't matter. It can be told over a fucking campfire story. That's what this shit is. And so I'm curious to see how they're going to go about it. I don't think they should do the Halloween 2018 route. I mean, Texas Chainsaw tried it, and I mean, that movie was what it was. It's not the worst thing in the fucking world, but it's hard to really top the remake from 2003. I mean, come on. With Texas Chainsaw, you know, you have that film from 74, which is fantastic, and then, you know, the remake was like one of the best horror remakes I think that have ever been done. So to do another Texas Chainsaw, it's hard to do it when it's already been done so well, you know, a couple of times already. It's just But regardless, I will be there for Friday the 13th. I'll be there to see Jason hack up some camp counselors or horny teenagers or little campers. I don't care. I'll be there. I will be there to see that shit, because it's been just too fucking long. Let's bring this thing to an end. Are you excited about The Nun 2? I'm kind of up in the air about that one. I'm not a big fan of the last one, but I'll totally give it a shot. What about Hellraiser? Are you stoked for Hellraiser? Friday the 13th? Leave your thoughts down below. Please like, subscribe, comment. We'll talk about it. I'll hang out with you guys.